just tune in. Big Russell's in the building cause he know what's up. He's the Bubba Father, bro, so you best raise up. We keep it real every show, so you gotta respect. With Karen Hayes, leave the room for the ladies to rap. The hottest show in the A, so you better be there. Back like we never left, so you better beware. No competition when it comes to keeping it real for show. Let's go and get this thing popping like ready, set, go. It's the Inbox Show.
It's the Inbox Show. It's your main man, Upload Some Voice. I am here with some co-hosts with the most, the always lovely Lady Karen Hayes.
Hey.
And then, of course, we have medium-sized Russ. He's getting smaller. Look, you know, it used to take you a while to get in that. Look, you just squeezing right on in. Go on and say something. I know you want to say something. What's up? Say hey.
I'm struggling. I ate a Snicker this week.
Ooh, and you didn't bring me any. So you really have some chocolate.
Now, see, now
gonna talk about it on the air then.
Now, you really go ask Russ.
Right.
Look, you saw how he's looking at you, don't you?
Really?
Right.
A Snicker?
So
You're supposed to love me.
I give you a Butterfinger, Payday, Snicker. Lord have mercy.
This dude right here. Listen, we're talking about it today. Listen, if it's your first time ever tuning in, let me say that first of all. If it's your first time ever tuning in, this is how it goes. People inbox us questions, and if we deem them worthy, what we'll do is we'll put them to the people. Of course, we just ask you to do one thing, and that is, y'all, to keep it real, but always keep it
holy.
Listen, we're going to talk about a lot today, but of course, I got to talk to my co-host first. Karen, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Was it?
My weekend was good.
Good deal.
Up until last night.
Up until
this morning, but it was good.
Well, we still keeping them up before the Lord. That's all I can tell you.
So much.
Of course, then we have medium-sized Russ. Big Russ, what you do this weekend? Man, we saw you now. We saw you represent for the Rock Town.
Hey, man.
With them white suspenders on. I said, look at it.
I was a D-hell doing my thing.
Were you?
Yeah, I had a good time, man.
Good.
I missed you.
I'm all like, oh, shit.
Everyone back.
You got to sing for him. Big Keys represented on last.
His brother here sing along.
Yeah, he represented Karen.
I can't sing like him.
Karen didn't even want to go eat. She ran off.
I can't sing like him.
You can sing like
I can't sing like him.
Well, man, look, big shout out to Big Keys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us last week. Man, we're going to have a great show today. Listen, I posted something on last night, and when I tell you that the airwaves
already
blew up, I don't know how many.
Almost 300 comments, bro.
Is it?
Wow.
I didn't know how many. Man, I went to sleep. I had to turn my notifications off because my wife said, what is all that buzzing? What's all that stuff? I said, babe, it's just a good question. Everybody don't know the answer to. So, of course, we're going to be talking about today. Of course, we have Willis in the studio with us today. He's videoing us today. Building. Praise God for him. Thank you. And then, of course, we have Superman Dave in with us. Of course, Dave going to talk about today. Listen, Dave, congratulations on the graduation. So we thank God for you. And, of course, we're in the Joynet studios, the Inbox studio right now. So we're going to have a great show. We want you to call a neighbor, call a friend. Rev Los and the crew have just checked in. Also, if you've we're on Periscope now. If you hadn't joined the Inbox group, go ahead and join. We're about 4,000 strong now. Also, we want you to call in. The number again is 1-855-525-5683. We're going to talk about so many things today. We're going to talk about the first question we're going to talk about, Garrett, is...
Let's get it.
You already ready?
Let's get it.
Why are there so many successful single black women? Why are there so many successful single black women? We're going to talk about that on the first half of our show. And on the second half, we're going to talk about why are men not approaching women anymore. So after what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to run our first question. Why are there so many single, successful black women? We'll be right back after these messages. It's the Inbox Show. It's your main man, Rev Los. We're back again. Of course, it's your main man, Rev Los. Of course, I have always loved the Lady Karen Hayes. And of course, we have medium-sized Russ. We want you to call in today. Of course, the number is 1-855-525-5683. It's also a toll-free number, so you can go ahead and call in. We're going to get into our first question of the day, and that is, why are there so many, I mean so many, I'm telling you, so many single but successful black women. We want to know. We want to hear from you today. Of course, we have a successful, and I dare to say single, but we're just going to say, are you single? Okay, why?
Why can't we say?
Okay, well, single. Okay, Carrie.
He said, I dare say.
I don't, 'cause I don't want to, put the wrong, because I didn't know if you were dating anybody. So, like the shit, the combo them.
Not like as in a relationship. I do date. I'm allowed on the radio.
So, Karen, why do you think it is? I want you to speak for them. Why are there so many successful single black women? We want to know, what is the issue?
I think there are several reasons.
Okay.
One, I think a lot of men are intimidated by a woman that has her own. I didn't say all men.
Okay, all right.
A lot of men are. And when I say intimidated, let me say what I mean by intimidated.
Go ahead.
I think when they don't match up or are not on, I would say this, on the same level as far as material possessions, then I think a man is hesitant to approach that woman and may not feel as secure that, she would give him the time of day or would even consider him.
Now, see, that's amazing. You said material. We don't know what you have.
Oh, yeah, y'all do.
We don't know what you have.
Y'all know. Yes, you do. Just like we know what y'all have.
We don't care what you have.
Yes, you do.
We don't. We don't. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's the reason why right there, because y'all refuse to listen to us, I believe. Yeah. We be trying to tell y'all, that's just how we feel. Jumbo. For us, we could care less what you have.
I think you could care less what we have until you realize that we have more than you have.
In some cases.
Yeah. So you do care. I don't think it's an attraction for you all like it is for us.
Okay.
For us, the more a man has, the better he looks.
Okay.
The more we like him. But for you all, I think you care. Yeah. But I don't think it is the thing that attracts you all to us unless you're gold digger. A male gold digger.
It's something like
it is something.
But I think now for me.
But also, I think too, to kind of flip the script on that. I think some women that are, quote, successful and maybe powerful in the workplace, they don't know how to turn that thing off when it comes to being in a relationship and allow that man to lead and allow that man to be the head and
but y'all just date though.
Submissive. Yeah. Okay. Well, even if you're dating, you can kind of come in with that bringing that authoritative disposition from the job on the date.
Okay.
And lose your femininity sometimes.
Okay.
It can just be a number of things, but
as many movies,
it's obviously a problem.
As many movies that have been made about successful single black women, it would seem like y'all would learn, to me. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you got to let some stuff go. Yeah, some of y'all standards are so high. You know what I'm saying? That Denzel Washington couldn't meet it himself.
Yes, he could.
But see, that's the whole thing. But what I'm saying is, he has to make this, he has to make that. But see, what happens is this: what I've seen out of just talking with women who are single. They have so many, their standards are so high, but then once their age starts creeping up on them, their standards start to get lower. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to realize it's hard for us. we have to go through so much, and not to say that the African American man doesn't either, because we know that he does. But it's really hard for us to achieve some of the things that we have and reach the goals that we have reached, and we just don't want to put up with the bull. The BS. We just don't want to do it.
I understand it.
And so, whereas you all would take, because I think sometimes men take more from us than they should.
Okay.
But we would just be like, for what?
I don't.
I'm not going to I can do bad all by myself. Women are more apt to say that than men are.
Say, man, I ain't dying.
You ain't dying.
I don't care what she got, really. But the problem is that they try to assert that as a power tool.
Okay.
To use they affluentness on us. Like I have this and you don't have it. So you don't, do what I tell you to do. They all of a sudden they assume the man role.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can't assume the man role because of your assets.
But in some relationships you can.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. That's why they're single.
You shouldn't, but
that's why they're single.
You can.
That is why they're single.
Okay.
Now you have to play your role regardless of your financial status.
I agree with you, but that's not answering the question.
Big they try to assume the man role.
Okay, that's good. Listen, answer this question. I believe, now this is my personal thing.
Okay.
I believe that shows like Mary Jane have messed a lot of women up. Because, see, now you believe that you can pay for everything that you want. I mean, the thing about Mary Jane is this. She's successful. She's a black woman. She's in corporate America, but she's single and she's still miserable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen the show.
It's a great show, but at the same time, this is what she does. She even has a guy whom she calls just to come and give her fix, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
The maintenance man.
I guess that's what they call it.
Oh, that's what I call it.
See,
the maintenance man.
But what I'm saying is, but Ken, this is what I'm saying. This is where you mess up at.
Right.
See, once you start believing that you can do stuff like that, you really and truly mess yourself up spiritually for a man that's going to be there for you.
What you mean believe you can do it? It does happen.
I understand, and see, that's the whole thing. So now you're dealing with a man who might have, like some folks say, get your button stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unstuck or whatever have you. You're dealing with that man, and once you start dealing with that man, all of a sudden, you get with this guy who doesn't meet the standards of this guy who you just were hooking up with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that can mess up a whole lot of relationships. And now you almost 45 years old, wondering why you ain't got no man.
Absolutely.
There's a movie called Soulmate, and this whole movie is really based on a lot of successful single black women who cannot find love because they put their careers, they put all of those things in before trying to, before God first of all, and then also before they were able to find a man. So now they're miserable, lonely, and now they're crying at nighttime in their big house, in their new cars, with their full bank account, and now you got a little Quisha around across town who got 3 or 4 men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, it's hard.
Right.
So that's my thing. I don't know about you. Let's talk about
They should humble themselves.
All right.
Even though their financial situation is what it is.
Well, you can't. To me, who you are and what you have, male or female, should not define who you are, your inner person.
Okay. It does.
Well, it should not define who your inner person. And a lot of times we do define ourselves by what we do or by what we have, and we think that becomes who we are. And I think anytime you do that, male or female, then it's going to create a problem.
It's a show. It's a show right now called Black Love. It's about 5 African American women that are single and they're successful. But they are miserable. Boy. They can't find a man. Can't land a man.
What channel this
They can't get a white man.
Shut up, bro.
But I'm gonna say this right here. I refuse to believe that they can't find a man. What I feel is happening is that they meet the man and run them off. Because I don't believe you can't find a man. I mean, you can find, anybody can find a man. Anybody can find a man. But the point is, does he want to stay with you? The question.
He doesn't want to stay.
So that's the issue. Why are we running? What is it that we're doing that's running these men off? That may need to be what
we can't be sword fighting in the house together.
But you can't have what I have.
You can't have what I have. I understand. If your back out make you feel you got what I got,
so
we got a problem.
So can I answer this question? So I mean, from a woman's standpoint, I mean, give us some things, that women are looking for in a man. You know what I'm saying?
Successful black women?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. For one, stability of his own.
Okay.
We want him to be stable. We need you. You may not have, there's some, women that are in the 6 figures and billionaires. He may not have that, but we need you to have your own house.
Okay.
We need you to have your own vehicle. We need you to be stable. And if you can take care of you and I can take care of me, then at least that's something to build upon.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting for me to take care of you, that's not going to work because I have had to do make all kinds of sacrifices. I don't want to say make all kinds of sacrifices to get where I am.
Yeah.
And so we feel that if I can do it as a woman, the least you could do is have your own and don't depend upon me.
That's good.
So, you know, for the woman who really wants to be in a relationship, I think that's the foundation right there.
Okay.
Just have your own. Be able to take care of you. If you can take care of you, then you can do it. You know, you can afford to take me out every now and then. I believe we'll build up on that. I believe a woman who really does still love the black man or the man, her man, period, then I believe she will be willing to build up on that.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Big Russ, you said,
throw us under the
Big Russ, you said, talk to us, man. Let me dump y'all over the building. Let me kick you over the building. Bro, go ahead.
When you have a situation, money is power. All right, America's built on a capitalist society. Okay, so money is power, and you cannot tell me that a woman in six figures does not feel more powerful than any man she comes across. You know, we wouldn't have this topic if it was not prevalent.
Yeah, you're right, and it got a lot of.
We had this topic overnight. We have 300 comments.
Yeah, probably so.
Because we see this every day in the power struggle of sisters that are successful, but can't land and keep a brother.
Now, okay, because you're gonna have to say keep, and I'm not in six figures, so that does not put me. Not yet. It doesn't put me in that category. But I do think that there needs to be some adjustment in the successful woman's attitude and demeanor when it comes to how we love and treat our men.
Well, listen,
I can agree with that, but I still won't say that she can't find a man.
Yeah,
because she can find a man.
Well, I tell you what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to finish this conversation of why there's so many successful single black women. We're going to take a quick break. We want you to call in. Of course, the number is 1-855-525-5683. When we get back, after we hear from our sponsors, we're going to finish this discussion, and I got a question for Karen that Karen has to answer, and I'm going to put her on the hot seat when we get back. We'll be right back after these briefs. I ain't never scared. Play that for us, Dave. We'll be right back after these briefs. But be there. But this is your main man, Rev Los. It's the Inbox Crew. We'll be right back.
It's the Inbox Show. Keep it real, but keep it holy.
We're back again. We're back. Of course, it's your main man, Rev Los. We have medium size with it. Of course, we're giving the lovely lady Karen Hayes a hard time in the building. Listen, you know, we should have had you some back up today. You ain't scared? I ain't never pull that day. I ain't never scared. That's all right. So, Karen, I really want you, first of all, give us some of the response of what the people are saying, first of all.
Well, Mrs. Trina says, too many men want to chill and not enough want to build. And I like that.
All right.
Bridget Gurley
go ahead.
said, women have been forced to go hard or go home.
Yeah.
So many of us have seen either the woman in our family or have friends that have been taken down through there by a man. So many of us have seen men as cheats, users, ambitionless, and deserters.
Really?
Some of us feel like we have no choice but to get out there or get out here and get it.
Oh, is that right? So do you agree with that? Somebody made some bad choices in their life.
For some, I think, you know, having a generation of people, women that were raised predominantly in a female home, Hold
on, Karen. Turn it right quick, Dave. That was wrong. Motherfucker. They ain't gonna get us kicked off there. Hey, this our last Inbox. They ain't gonna get us kicked off there.
That was a mistake.
Look, things like that happen. Of course, again, Ken, so tell us. I mean, do you agree with what the ladies are saying?
I do, to a certain degree. I think when you see, you know, you raised in a single parent home and you see your mother having to do all that she has to do to make it work. Yeah, I think it can make you at an early age, you realize the importance and the necessity of having a grind.
Can I ask you a question, Karen?
Yes.
Should a single woman take advice from a single mother?
Should a single
about
woman
relationships
take advice? You know what? I have a different opinion. But I think you should listen to. I mean, time is up. But I don't. Some people say like why would you take relationship advice from Steve Harvey?
She missed it.
He's been married 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, he ought to be able to tell you what not to do.
True.
I mean, why wouldn't you listen to somebody that has done some things? It's amazing how we believe that when it comes to relationships, but then when your son starts acting a fool, you want to take him down to the prison for them to talk to him. Why? If you believe if it didn't work for you, or if your life is a mess, why would you talk to my son? So we have these double standards. But yeah, I mean, I would listen to people. It doesn't mean I'm gonna take the advice.
You listen to
but I would hear them.
Okay.
You know, and you eat the meat and you spit out the bones.
Yeah, that's true.
You are the one that's to be responsible for your life and for your
This dude right here got a bad mind. Did you see what he said?
Yeah.
She wants the meat spit out the bone. You saw Russ did like this.
And if it's not working, if somebody give you some advice in their life, it's not their life isn't working, then I would ask them, hey, is that what you did? And if their answer is yes, then I'm not going to do that.
Really?
I mean, it doesn't mean that I have to be rude and not listen to them, but it does mean I'm going to use common sense and not follow what they're saying. The responsibility.
I want her to make that statement she said when we went off the air.
Which one?
Go ahead.
She said that when a woman has money, men come a dime a dozen. And that's a lie.
Why? Not why?
The reason I say it's a lie is because if women had all this money and men come a dime a dozen, why they single?
It doesn't mean we want them. Okay, just because someone is interested in you doesn't mean you have to be interested in them. It doesn't mean that they are a good catch for you. It doesn't mean that you are, everybody's throwing this term around, are soulmates. Just because they're interested. And that's when we mess up and we end up going through so many relationships because if somebody inbox you or text you or call you and say, you know, I like you or you look good to me or I'm attracted to you, then we think we have to automatically give them the time of day.
Y'all fall for it, though. Y'all fall for it.
All of us don't.
The banana in the tailpipe.
All of us don't. And when you do that, you'll find yourself going from relationship to relationship.
Most do though. Most women do.
I mean, it's a smart thing to do.
All you have to do is look on Facebook. Most women do.
But don't do it. I was just saying.
While we're dealing with this, I'm going to. We did some research, of course, and I'm going to have Big Russ to tell us the reason why black men are not marrying or either dating black women. Give it to us, Russ.
Number one.
Yes.
Black women make black men feel underappreciated, unwarranted, irresponsible, and regressive.
Oh my God. That's number one. That's just number one, right? That's just number one. Okay, but keep going. Go number two.
Number two. Black women are too aggressive and no longer patient in waiting on the pursuit of a man.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Not for all.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't agree with it.
Okay, number three.
Now, you know, I work in a beauty shop.
Yeah.
So I see and I hear a whole
We do
lot.
too.
And I have, you know, there are some African American black women that are degrading. They do make their men feel. I mean, they be talking to them in some ways. I be like, I cannot believe he's still on the phone, or he can stand here and listen to. This is what I'm thinking, but you know, it ain't my business.
But you know what that is? You know what that is, though.
But not all.
But listen, but you know what that is? I guarantee you that man, and it's just my opinion of the theory that I have. I believe that man probably had a mother who talked to him the exact same way, and that feels normal to him. You know what I'm saying? For him, I mean, really and truly, when you think about it, you've seen it before. I mean, that some women downgrade and talk crazy to certain men, whatever they mean. You know what I'm saying? Because they were raised like that. And see, the thing of it is it's the cycle is just recurring because you know, just going over and over and over again because her mother talked to her daddy like that. You know what I'm saying? So when she gets with a man and she's looking for a certain kind of man who has a low self-esteem, who gonna do everything. You know what I'm saying? That she needs to do.
I can't read number 8.
We need to stop. We just need to stop as a people. As a people, we need to stop. You know, I guess it may be an age thing. I'm 50 years old. I'm just from the era where you support us. You know, you support the people that look like your daddy and look like your brother and now look like your son. Now, it doesn't mean that they're always right, and it doesn't mean you uphold them and they're wrong, but you don't do what you don't necessarily not have to do.
Russell, go ahead. Not to cut you out, but go ahead, Russ. Go ahead with the rest.
I'm going to read this one too. It says black women are masculine in that they are controlling and like to run the relationship.
Look, Dave over there doing his fingers like this. He can't wait to get in. Sword fighting. Go ahead, bro. Give us the rest of it, man. Give us the rest of it.
Black women expect too much.
Dang.
They are gold diggers.
Go ahead.
All right, they are gold diggers.
Go ahead. I'm losing to
And who will not look twice at a blue-collar black man.
Wait a minute. Let me stop right there. Now listen.
This is just a survey that was a study.
So, Ken, wait a minute. Now, you said earlier. You said that that
black women are hot-headed and have bad attitudes.
Hold on. She said earlier. Wait. You said earlier that if I'm correct in thinking, he has to be stable and all that.
Right.
So,
but he can be blue collar.
He can be
stable.
True.
Absolutely.
But 9 times out of exactly. What you do to me? He work at McDonald's. He's stable.
I wouldn't at this. Wait a minute. What does he do at McDonald's? What does he do at McDonald's?
He work on fries.
What does he do?
He work on fries.
Probably not.
He get chicken fries.
Why? Because
he love you to death.
I don't see how.
Treat you like a queen.
I don't see how. Wait a minute. I don't see how he can have his own off of a McDonald's working on fries.
There's a lot of people who may be taking the fire out the back door.
So I'm just saying that would be. I don't want to go to your mama house.
You don't want to go to your mama house?
I don't. So I need you to have your own.
He might have that beef.
It's not because
for you. Not the way. Go ahead, baby.
I don't think it's necessarily because of the job that he has, but I just need you to be able to take care of you. I need you.
Gotta have that. Okay. He said black women stop caring about their appearance after a certain age.
Oh Lord, Karen, is that true?
No.
Is that? Wait a minute. Hey, don't get with my survey. Wait, but then you say they were agitated.
Absolutely.
Listen, I couldn't say it. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm see the video come out. I'm telling you.
Name across the bottom.
Don't worry about that. Listen, don't worry about that. Sigmund Freud. Susan wrote this one. Go ahead. What else you say? What else? Go ahead.
Black women are not as sexually open as other races, especially in regards to.
You don't even believe that. You believe that?
Let me jump to
seeking with their. Hey Russ,
I just want to know. I want to know if the person that's reading that even believes that.
I believe it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black women tolerance is far too low. They are no longer empathetic to the black man's struggle in white America.
Well, that may be true.
So
and I can kind of agree with
that. How aggressive she is.
Just aggressive.
See what we go through inbox people.
Black women do not cater to their men.
Oh Lord! So wait a second again, Russell.
Black women do not cater to their men.
I've seen that.
Oh really?
I don't agree with it, but I've seen it. I don't agree with us not catering to. I mean, but I'm from a different era. I'm just from a different era where I believe you do cater to your man.
Oh, really?
And you're not gonna let him make a fool out of you. But I mean, you treat. You know, I hear people throwing the term kings and queens, and ain't nobody doing that.
Well, I tell you what, this is what we
need to.
I agree with you. So we got all 10 out the way. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna have our segment called "What in the World is Going On." Of course, that's where Dave gives his assessment on what in the world is going on. And I know Dave has a whole lot to say because I hope Dave tells us about this police officer that got 263 years for messing with these black women in Oklahoma City. If not, but that wasn't on TV. No, it wasn't. That's amazing. But and listen, they gave it to him on his birthday too, and the women were singing "Happy Birthday." But listen, what we'll do is we'll be right back after these brief minutes. It's the Inbox Show. It's your main man, Rev Lowe's. Of course, we have medium-sized Russ, and I always love Lady Karen Hayes. When we get back, Dave's going to give us what in the world is going on. It's the Inbox Show. We'll be right back after these brief but detailed messages. It's your main man, Rev Lewis. Of course, it's part of the segment where we have Dave to give us what in the world is going on. That, of course, is where he gets in and he tells us about what is happening in the world today. So, Dave, tell us what in the world is going on.
Yeah, what's happening, people? What's happening? Inbox, great weekend. First of all, you mentioned Daniel Holtzclaw, and I call him that. He is the Oklahoma police officer who raped 35 black women and Latino women And you didn't hear much about it because that's not the mantra the media wants to put out. And that's just really the bottom line. He was convicted over the weekend. He got 200 plus years, crying like a baby.
Hey, that dude cried, man.
You know,
that dude cried like a baby, boy.
But I think the most disgusting thing that came out of it, other than what he did to those women, was the fact that there was a brother who went in there to support him, saying that I'm here to support my brother Daniel Host.
Really?
You know, I mean, how stupid can you get? You know, and the sad thing about it, and this is what I tell women about black feminism, where was NOW? You know, where was the National Organization of Women supporting those underprivileged black women when they came out and said they were raped? Where were they?
Yeah.
That's because the National Organization of Women is really a white women's organization.
Oh, Lord.
And it uses black women to further their agendas. Be aware who you follow. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Last but not least, it's graduation month. And this weekend I had the pleasure of attending the graduation of my son, Akili College. And I say that because here's the one thing I want to tell sisters. I fought like hell to be a part of my son's life.
Yeah.
And I stand today knowing that had I not been there for him, despite his mother, he would not have walked across that stage on Saturday. And that's a fact. And as a matter of fact, all of her relatives came up to me afterwards thanking me except her.
Man.
And she didn't want him to go to college. So what I tell you out there, whether you male or female, if you're not taking care of your children, then you really are a deadbeat. And this weekend was just so proud to see all of those, number one, black males crossing that stage in Middle Tennessee.
Good deal.
Because, see, the myth is that there's more black men in prison than there is in college.
That's not true.
By the way, don't tell that lie, because that's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay? And black men are getting educated.
Yes.
They are getting educated at astounding rates. All we got to do is support those brothers. They want to be successful. We just got to support them.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in my world, folks. I hope. Hey, invite me to your kid's graduation. He is graduating, right?
Yeah.
But one other quick point. A good friend of mine who owns a black bookstore in Nashville, Brother Youssef, made an excellent point when we stopped by yesterday, is that if your kid can't read by 5, and there are statistics to back this up, in all likelihood, he's not going to go to college. He's going to end up in prison.
Man.
That's shocking. So turn off the PlayStations, turn off the reality TV, and stick a book in their hands. And you'd be surprised how that would change their lives. Y'all have a great day.
Appreciate it, man. That is Dave, Super Dave, what we call him. And he gave us what in the world is going on. Of course, we have one of our special guests in the studio today. That's Mr. Woods. Woods, we're going to ask him to come to the mic and talk to us. What's up, Woods? You doing all right, man?
Sir, how y'all doing?
We're good, man. We're good. We ain't got to tell you how to do it because you already know how to do this. This is what you do. If y'all don't know who Wood is the man who's videoing our program on today. And listen, if you want to be a part of the Inbox show, listen, Wood can make it happen for you. Wood, tell us what you got going on, man.
What I got going on now, man, I am the founder of MyLife and Trust Foundation.
Good deal.
MyLifeandTrustFoundation.org.
All right.
And what we are is a new 501c3. It's basically, our mission is restructuring the mindset of African Americans. Mm-hmm. But we're doing it through media.
Good deal.
We got a lot of nonprofits out here who got their community service outreach programs going, but most nonprofits don't have a media team.
All right.
So we basically going to start a news network, which is going to be a service of the Trust Foundation. It's going to be MyLifeNewsNetwork.com. And what we're going to do is basically send news teams out to all the other nonprofit events and organizations, anything that's positive and uplifting in the black community. Okay. We're going to go out and cover it and put it up on the website.
Good deal. Now, how long have you been in existence?
As far as video production,
well, both of them.
Well, the nonprofit is brand new.
Okay, good deal.
We just got our 501c3 in September.
Good deal, man. I like that.
As far
as
what's up. The video production, my history in media, man, I've been doing it like 12 years.
12 years. Yeah. Listen, so I mean, you were saying that I think when you were talking on the phone, you were talking about how there are some people who have these nonprofit organizations and they're not really reaching out, I guess, to the black community and stuff like that, or the images that we're seeing are not good for raising children. I believe that's what we were talking about. So you were saying that your organization is going to be one that's going to bring, I guess, awareness to things like that. And go ahead.
So my thing is, most nonprofits are doing good, positive things.
Okay.
But if you're not directly connected to that nonprofit or in that immediate circle, you pretty much don't know what's going on with them.
Good deal.
So that's where we come in to try to bridge the gap to let everybody know what all nonprofits got going and what service they offer and how do you get in contact with them.
Good deal.
We pretty much just trying to bridge the gap between what they got going. So if it's someone down in El Dorado, you don't know what they got going. So people up here in Little Rock to know, hey, A, B, and C in El Dorado got this program going for kids.
Okay.
They got this going for the services to help your family.
So tell us about the event that you have coming up this coming up. I think is it this weekend?
It's Saturday,
okay.
December 19th. It's the holiday family fest.
All right.
It's our first community outreach program.
Yeah.
And it's all about family participation, family bonding.
Yeah.
So all our activities is going to be based on things that uplift and build the black community. Like we're trying to basically bring the black families back together.
Okay. So what things are you going to be doing at this event?
At this event, we having family salsa.
Okay.
For the families, we having family Zumba.
All right.
We having family video game stations.
Good deal.
We're gonna have a couple of men in there to teach boys and men how to tie ties.
I can do that.
We're gonna have beauticians in there to show single dads like me who got daughters how to do quick styles to your girls' natural hair.
That's good, Doc. That's good.
Of course, we got the bouncy house. We're gonna have stage entertainment throughout the whole show.
So answer this question. I mean, how many black businesses are being represented in this thing that you're doing?
As of right now, we got about 8.
Right, that's good. That's good.
Like I said, always could be more.
Okay.
But like I say, it's a free event. It's going on at Daisy Bates Elementary School.
Okay.
December 19th. It's from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
So it's gonna run all day. Like I say, it's free. So bring your families out. Everybody know you got kids. Just bring them out. We're also giving free haircuts to dads to bring their kids.
Man, that's all right. All right. Now, who are some of the bobs that you have?
Community participation, family bonding. So everything you gotta bring your family though. You can't. The kids can't go play the video games by themselves.
Okay.
The parents can't do Zoom by themselves. Everything's got to be the kids and the parents together.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's what's up.
So come on out and do the Zumba, especially the salsa dancing. Dads, come out, bring your daughters, learn how to salsa dance with your daughters. Moms, bring your sons out and learn how to salsa dance.
So tell us where it is again.
Daisy Bates Elementary School.
Okay. What is that by?
It is Daisy Bates is off of 140 Field Pratt Road.
Okay.
Right out there, you can see it off
Exit 7.
Exit 7. That's Russell time.
That's my hood.
So come out and enjoy yourself and have a ball.
So is there anything that that the Inbox family can do to help you out, or you know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you want us to know concerning this event, or anything else that you got coming up?
Man, we just trying to get the word out there right now. We're just trying to stay posted on current events.
Okay.
As long as y'all keep us covered on current events, we'll come out and cover them and get the word out there.
Well, this is what we're going to do because we want to make sure that we're blessing to you. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to add you to the. I think you're already a part of the Inbox, but if not, we're going to add you and we're going to make you an administrator. That way, you can keep posting your events when you have something. That way, you don't have to have it approved by one of the administrators like Russell or Karen and I. So what we're going to do is we're going to add you to the group, and then you just go ahead and when you have something, you just go ahead and post it, and you don't have to worry about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Blocking you and everything like that, because we had to block some folks. Lord knows we had to block some people because they just want to just get their music out there and stuff like that. And I understand that, and we're all for that. But listen, just be respectful and ask us. You know what I'm saying? Can you post? Don't just expect us to do it. And then some people just want to promote themselves, and we have sponsors. So of course, we want to be fair to them. But thank you so much, man, for being a part of the Inbox, and thank you so much for taking your time out. And listen, if you want Wood to film your show, if you want him to film your event, how can they get in contact with you, Doc?
Y'all can give me a call. Area code 214 699 6635.
Y'all heard it. Say it again for me, Wood.
214
699
6635. And one more thing before I go, we also accepting donations. So y'all can bring donations towards anything for us to give out to the kids at our event while we're there. You can look us up, like I say, MyLife and Trust Foundation. That's MyLife ENTRUST Foundation.org.
All right.
Or info at MyLifeandTrustFoundation.org.
Good deal. Listen, we're going to ask you if you can, man. Well, of course, we're going to have this big meet and greet on the 26th of December. Listen, if you hadn't heard about it, you need to come to this big meet and greet. It's just not for single people either.
Right.
It's for married couples too. We have good adult fun. We're looking for people to come out at Lady K's place that's right behind Shotgun Dance on the 26th. So I think we're starting at 7 o'clock from like 7 to 12. I think we're going to have some spoken word. We're looking for a live band to come, and we're going to have a good time, man. And Wood, if you would, we would love for you to be there that night, of course, and film the show if you don't have anything going, of course. And then Big Russ, Russ is going to do his stripper pole routine. I'm just messing.
But Russ,
y'all better bring them ones. There you go.
Russ, we do need a couple more barbers.
Okay.
So if you get in contact with some barbers that might want to dedicate their time,
all right, bro. I got
for dads, just send them my way.
Listen, of course, we thank God for all of you. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to finish up the second half of our show, and we're going to talk about as much as we can why black men are not approaching black women anymore. We'll be right back after these brief but detailed messages. Your main man, Web Los. We'll be right back after these brief detailed messages. It's Inbox. It's your main man, Web Los. We're on the second part. We don't have that much time. We're going to talk about it real quick. Listen, Big Russ, we gotta talk about it. We're gonna help the women out today. Yeah. Ladies, y'all wanna know this question. We might have to do a part 2 on this next week, but we're gonna tell you why we don't approach women anymore. You know what I'm saying? Russ, give us your explanation first. Go ahead.
As a man, when you are looking at a woman that you want to approach, you can tell if she's open for conversation.
Good deal.
You know, we ascertain the situation. We check.
You use ascertain. Go ahead.
Ascertain the situation, and we checking you out.
Yeah.
We feeling you to see if you're even open for conversation. Because you say something, sister, sometimes simple as hi.
Yeah.
And you get met with so much resistance, it's not funny.
Yeah, I like that, babe.
So when you do that enough times, sometimes you just be like, man, she looks. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Yeah, but
so you put all of us in the box.
You know she gonna say.
Sometimes it happens. Unfortunately,
that's
it happens.
Now we put you all in the box.
It's wrong. That's wrong.
You got a problem.
Well, listen. Can I just be honest with the ladies? Ladies, we have options now. I'm just gonna be honest. We've done the numbers. Honestly, what I'm saying is, we know that women outnumber men now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to put up with the mess that some women try to give off, and that's the reason why some of you going to go home to your big house, to your driving your nice car, and you're gonna be by yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? And now you're wondering why it is that you know that why are you stuck in this situation? Why are you stuck in this rut? Because like Big Russ said, you're giving off this persona that that you don't want to be dealt with. You're just out with your homegirls. And listen, men do not like rejection. We don't like rejection just like y'all don't like rejection. Yeah. But the thing of it is, we can deal with it better than y'all can.
Yeah, we can.
You remember,
we get it more often.
Listen, you remember on How to Be a Player when Bill Bellamy took the unattractive girl? You know what I'm talking about. He took an unattractive girl, and then all of a sudden, all of the pretty women in the building said, look, if he'll treat her good, I can only imagine how he'll treat me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how women are.
Throwing the sister on the bus.
That's it.
They threw the sister on the bus.
That's it. Karen, talk to us. I wonder how you feel.
I'm just listening.
She's appalled right now. No, Karen got her lipstick on. She's aggressive. Wait, look, is she finna get her grab? Let me get my survey.
What number is that?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Karen.
I mean, really, technically, what you're saying
is true.
Speaking to the mic.
There you go.
Okay. Technically, what you're saying has some truth. It has a lot of truth to it. But I think too, you all have already formed that opinion. You've prejudged us.
Okay, well, tell us.
And you don't approach, and you don't know what you're missing because you don't even give the woman an opportunity to shoot us down. Well, grow some balls.
Tell us that. What?
Can I say that?
You done said it now. So what? Some balls.
I mean, take the chance. I'm not saying you have to do it over and over again.
Okay.
With the same woman. But if you speak to her and she rolling her eyes, then move on.
Let me say this to you, Karen.
Okay.
The thing that has missing it, that they talked about it on last night. We appear to be thirsty. If we come, listen,
that's what they're saying.
They're saying that's what y'all think, that men are thirsty if we come out, if we approach you. Then all of a sudden, then we're that thirsty dude.
Where you get that from?
I'm telling you, what the fuck you saying?
I was on that thread last night. I must have missed that. I was on that thread, but I don't. Why would we consider a man thirsty when we really feel that we want to be approached by the man?
Okay, well,
so those women that feel that way don't approach them.
Okay, well,
the rest of us don't feel you.
We don't know. Listen, we don't know until we have that conversation.
I know you don't. If you speak and you get some eye rolling or some looking up and down, then move on.
Move on. Okay.
Move on.
Well, answer this question.
And go to someone. Speak to the next woman. If she answers and she's pleasant, then you know, okay, that's a start. At least she knows how to be hospitable.
Okay. All right. Well, answer this question. Why y'all don't approach us?
Well, now.
Yeah! Come on with it now!
Okay.
I wish y'all could see my face.
You just shutting me down.
Yeah, come on.
Because this is, and I'm working. I'm a work in progress in this area because I really don't. I have believed in the past that it was wrong for a woman to approach a man. I really have. I felt it spiritually. It was wrong.
Yeah.
But I have grown.
Dave, stop.
In the word, but it's still hard for me to do it. I'll speak. I speak to everybody. I don't meet a stranger.
That's the same thing we're saying.
But wait, I might just, if I strike up some conversation with you and make a comment or so and you don't bite off on it, I will never. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Can I turn it down right quick, Dave? Let me say this.
Some women will go after what they want.
And true.
They will.
And we had some women in the inbox that said they did that. And they said the guys are acting like women. Can I suggest, or maybe just put this in.
Acting like women.
Acting like women. Right. They talking about, they turned them down because they figured that the women were,
thirsty.
Yeah, basically. Could it be this, Karen? The reason why some men are not approaching women is because how their mother talked to them when they were young.
Probably so.
So now they've dealt with rejection their whole entire life from their single mother who was mad at their daddy because he moved on with his life.
Right.
So maybe that could be a situation to where he does not like the fact that he's been rejected his whole entire life. So what he does is he goes for the easy woman who says yes all the time.
Right.
Now, ladies, I'm telling y'all, y'all don't understand. Y'all dealing with some broken guys sometimes.
Yeah.
And see, y'all women, y'all don't understand it. It takes a real woman to take a broken man and put him back together again. But I'm just being honest.
Keep choosing. When I say not rem lows, but
I'm choosing my girl fast as I
broken men often choose broken women, and the two of you cannot. That's not going to work. You have got to find. You have to have the confidence as a broken person, whether male or female, to believe that you are still worthy of someone who is not broken loving you.
I understand that, but this is the deal. Everybody who applies for a job is not qualified. Right. There are people who have certain qualifications that they know they can get the job done, you know what I'm saying, because they're qualified to do a certain job.
See, we move too fast.
And that's true.
We got to watch people from a distance. We don't let them know you're watching them, because the minute they know you watching them, then we put on this face. We send our representative. So you got to start watching people from a distance. Yeah. If she act ignorant with her girlfriends, or she always gossiping, rolling the eyes, then she can't help heal you.
Yeah,
and the same is true if he if he's nonchalant and inconsiderate when it comes to the other things that he's doing, he can't help heal you. So you got to be selective in who you choose to be a part of your support team.
Is that right?
And what we're doing is we're looking for booties and boobs, and we're looking for
you looking for that too? Huh?
No, I'm saying I'm looking for Stacy's and Tia.
All right, that's last week. Y'all had to be there for last week. Listen, we got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Karen, go ahead and give us your final thoughts on these subjects.
I mean, really, they're so similar. Just pay attention. Pay attention and don't move so fast, and people will show you how they really are before you meet their representative.
Good deal, Russ. Go ahead.
Ladies, calm down. Open up your mind. Let your heart feel it out. If the brother good for you, let him in.
Listen, my thoughts are y'all want to get my thoughts now. We'll see you guys next week. Listen, we're gonna continue this conversation next week. So go ahead and tune in next week. We're gonna talk about why black men are not approaching black women anymore. We'll talk about it next week on the Inbox Show. Of course, thank Brother Rules for coming in with us. Thanks Super Dave. Thank Karen. Thank Russ. We'll be right back next week. Same bat time, same bat place. See you guys later. Have a great week. It's the Inbox Show. We always do one thing: keep it real, but always keep it holy. God bless.
For all the world to see, I find you hard to believe. You see,